Welcome to our big game discussion. We're going to talk a little bit more about the 49ers and Chiefs matchup here in Super Bowl 58. Can't call it Super Bowl, we'll call it the big game. Looking specifically here at the case for the 49ers, we want to make a specific video talking about this because everybody's in love with the Chiefs. We know they're on every commercial that's out there, but why? The public loves them. We're trying to figure out why that would mean that they're getting 60 to 70% of the bets. We think we looked at money line, they're getting 80% of the money line action. Is this simply due to the celebrity storyline? We're not going to mention that person's name, but is that what's bringing in a lot of amateur bettors in? We're not sure about that because when we look at the facts, they tell a different story. And before we continue, if you would, just join our channel. And if you like this video or find it useful, like it and then subscribe. We provide weekly NFL picks, highlights, and sports travel. Thank you. We look at the Chiefs, and one of our concerns are the injury problems. They've got Joe Tooney, who's probably out for a second straight game. That's an all-pro guard. And look at this guy. He created a strip sack fumble. That's Charles Omenihu. He's going to be out for this game, torn ACL. For the season, 7 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. That's not easy to replace. We will talk more about this when we do our actual pick, but let's talk about yardage, scrimmage, rush defense specifically for the Chiefs. They're 25th in the NFL in yards per rush. This is why it was criminal that the Ravens did not run more against that Chiefs defense. There were opportunities, especially in rainy conditions, very unwise. 49ers run first offensive philosophy. That's the Shanahan system going back to the Denver days with Terrell Davis and all those guys when they won 2 Super Bowls. Christian McCaffrey plus Debo Samuel on jet sweeps and all of that against a poor rush defense. Advantage 49ers. As most of you know, this is a rematch of Super Bowl 54, which of course the Chiefs won 31-20. Looks like kind of a blowout. It really wasn't. They did win 4 years ago, but let's look at what's changed. For one thing, the 49ers added a key cog, Christian McCaffrey. And we can't overstate this, especially against a poor rush defense, how important that is. Also, Purdy, you could debate this, but we feel is an upgrade over Jimmy G, who missed a game-winning touchdown towards the end of that game. And on the Chiefs side, losing Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins not as key, but Tyreek Hill, someone living in South Florida, we see what impact he's made for the Dolphins. That's a big loss. We all know about the Chiefs storyline and everybody hoping for a proposal and a huge Chiefs victory. Hollywood also loves an underdog, so let's look at the counter storyline for the 49ers. Brock Purdy, ultimate underdog. Mr. Irrelevant, came out of nowhere to be Super Bowl champion. They would spend that for the full year and have a great time with it. Also, let's not forget the fact this would be the 49ers' first Super Bowl win in almost 30 years. That's right, back to the days of Steve Young. Just take us away from the whole Teravis stuff. The odds have the 49ers favored by 2. Believe it or not, they're the favorite based on how the bets are going. Total is 47.5. We like the under there. Look at the statistics to show you why we think the 49ers should be favored by more. They lead in average score by 7 points. They're allowed or even. And then looking at the yardage statistics, we already talked about the rushing advantage the 49ers have over the Chiefs' rush defense. We think that's big. Pass defense is somewhat neutral. But again, take a look at our How the NFL Lines Are Created video to show you the formula we use. And then looking at this line, the formula is a little bit off, so we think there's an advantage there for the 49ers. Watching the Chiefs-Ravens AFC Championship game, one thing that struck us was Chiefs had 0 points in the second half. We also look at the game and the entire game plan, execution, play calling, all of that. We don't know if the Chiefs won or the Ravens lost. We think the Ravens lost. That's a concern if you're a Chiefs fan. And now let's recap what we have for our pick. We see the 49ers with the line, as we just stated, having a 4 to 6 point edge, not 2. And then we look at the technical factors, what a team did last game. We look at the Chiefs game. The 49ers, you could say that was lucky based on Dan Campbell's questionable calls, but that second half was unbelievable. The Chiefs, 3 turnovers, 2 of which were unforced. That was luck. So when we look at this, the 49ers, again, matchup advantage. Their offense starts with the run. We've talked about that all video long, right? But that's that important. And we think with McCaffrey there, huge edge 49ers. And then you look at the Kansas City rush defense. Again, we're repeating, but it's very important. Kansas City's rush defense, 4.5 yards per carry. 130 a game's not that bad, but typically teams are behind against the Chiefs, right? So they got to throw to catch up. In this case, the 49ers are going to try to control the clock with McCaffrey, use Debo Samuel, and we think that's going to keep the Chiefs off balance. We see this as the advantage, and so for our updated pick, we're going to go with the 49ers here, 24-20. We know the public loves the Chiefs. That actually makes us love the 49ers that much more. Provided there's no fix, we like the 49ers here.
That's all for this time. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to sharing our future videos with you.